Hello and welcome back to Aico TV. I'm Lauren Jones, Marketing Executive, and I am happy to welcome you back to episode 47. So within this episode, we'll firstly be sitting down with Tony Boyle, our National Sales Manager, and Kate Christie of the Lintel Trust. They'll be discussing an overview of the Trust and discussing how initiatives are helping Scottish communities. We'll then be sitting down with Jane Pritchard and our latest member of the Aico in the community team, Laura. They'll be discussing volunteering opportunities that are going on within this month. And to finish off this episode, we'll then be going to Project SOS, where our colleagues volunteered 5 days of their time to help Longden Primary School. So let's jump in and start off with our National Sales Manager, Tony Boyle, and Kate Christie of the Lintel Trust.
So my name's Tony Boyle, I'm the National Sales Manager here at Aico, and I'm delighted to be joined by Kate Christie, who is a manager of the Lintel Trust, and we're here today in the SPA and Lintel Trust office in Livingston. So lovely to see you today, Kate. Do you want to give us a wee oversight or a wee overview into the Lintel Trust?
Yeah. So Lintel Trust is Scotland's housing association charity, and we were set up in 1978 and had a main function of redistributing funding. So it was when housing associations were quite new and there was lots of funding being pushed towards them, which was a lovely place to be in. We've obviously had to make some major changes, and Lintel Trust now is very, very slightly like Lintel Trust then. Our purpose remains the same, is we support housing communities and we try and enable communities to be able to make choices for themselves.
Brilliant. So how many organisations are you working with in Scotland then?
Well, we currently manage the SPA Community Benefit Fund. That is 15 organisations, and we allocate sort of 10,000. That's the grants that we do. That's the contracted work that we deliver with SPA. We also deliver an advisory service, helping small to medium-sized enterprises get into the procurement sort of area by teaching them social value, community benefits, helping them have the right policies in place, so it means that they can make more successful bids and hopefully win more business. But we also, in delivering this particular service, we're not only giving out SPA money, but it pays for our running costs, which means that our independent work, which is all about communities, and it's mostly housing associations in the West at the moment, because there's so many of them, and also they're great to engage with. So we fund small projects, but we also enable people. So we provide best practice guidance, we assist with community engagement, and we do a lot of work alongside housing associations to help them reach people.
So I've read a lot of good things about the Lintel Trust online. So what are the kind of success stories that you've witnessed over the last couple of years or so? What's been the kind of good ones?
We've had some really good projects. It's really, really difficult to pick one out, if I'm quite honest, but I think one of the most proud things is that in South Ayrshire, people assume that South Ayrshire is quite a wealthy area, and by and large it is, but there's also pockets of extreme poverty. So way back when we started doing the Community Benefit Fund in 2017, we worked with South Ayrshire Council to identify projects that needed support. They were dealing with holiday hunger long before anybody else was doing with it. So it was really exciting. They'd recognised the stigma that comes with needing access to food. So they just alleviated it and put on a full summer play scheme. They'd engaged with the local football team. They got loads of sort of youth volunteers through the football who came and did loads of work with the kids. They got a really nice nutritious meal as part of it, but that was only part of it. So there was no, these are the poor families that are being helped out. It was accessible to everybody, and they built on that. The first year they had, I think, 500. We funded it for 5 years. By the end of it, they had 3 towns worth, and it just expanded and got really big, and now they get statutory funding to keep it going, so they don't need ours.
Brilliant, fantastic, great stuff. And obviously at Aico, every colleague has 4 days a year to spend out in the community and giving back to the community, and we'll be delighted to give some of those days to yourselves and work with yourselves and trying to find ways to use them with housing associations across Scotland. So we're really looking forward to that. It's
exciting, and 4 days volunteering is exceptionally good. I couldn't believe it when I heard that you got 4 days volunteering, and there's so many projects that are really, They're looking for extra bodies, they're looking for expertise, they're looking for assistance with all the things they're trying to deliver. So we'll be really happy to point you in your volunteering days in the direction of community projects that want it. Fantastic. So that the difference you make is a proper meaningful one.
Brilliant, brilliant. What about social value? I think you've been working on some social value stuff as well.
Yeah,
talk a bit about that.
Social values, it's obviously there's a Social Value Act in England. SPA is our parent company, and they operate nationally.
Yeah.
So we work with offices in Wales and we work with offices in England too. And the social value arena is quite a busy one at the moment. There's lots and lots of options for reporting. There's lots and lots of different priorities. We've worked closely with HACT, who look at wellbeing metrics, and I believe that you're familiar with HACT as well.
Yeah.
Great organisation. Bit of trivia is that we're the Scottish HACT. Yeah. So we were set up at the same time, and it's really nice. We work very collaboratively in order to sort of, again, I hate to use the word meaningful too much, but you can do a tick box exercise which says you're delivering social value, but nobody has actual contact with the end user. Yeah. Whereas with the wellbeing metrics, you've actually got to engage with individual people, and you're looking at the change that is made to their life, and seeing how much of that is attributable to the particular activity that you're looking at, and how much might have happened anyway, how many savings. So social value is really thought about as putting a monetary value on things that are done. But my mission is to let everybody know that's only part of the story, and actually people want to hear about people. Yeah. And the thing that really does make a difference is when you look at someone who was here when you started off, and then as a result of what your interaction has been, they feel more confident, or they feel more job ready, or they feel more involved in their community. Absolutely. And you can't even put a price on that. Exactly.
I think some of the work that you do is absolutely fantastic, and it's probably not recognised enough. And hopefully that's the whole purpose of this, really, and just trying to push that messaging out there. So again, there's a lot of similarities between Aico and the great work that you do as well, and we're absolutely delighted to be supporting you guys moving forward.
Oh well, we're very, very pleased to have more people on board, and I think that's something that this is going to be a great collaboration, because volunteer days are all fine and well, but if they're just paid lip service, and I think I used the example to you of sending a CEO to go and paint a wall that doesn't necessarily need to be painted. Yeah. Whereas actually, for example, if you've got expertise in fire safety, that's something that can be shared. You know? Absolutely. So it can be housing staff, it can be communities, it can be people who are taking community ownership of council buildings, because there's a lot of that happening. So there's so much that you can do to help sort of spread awareness, and also to be practical help. To say, this is compliant, you can improve this by doing that. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to sort of connecting the projects with yourselves. And if everybody's as keen, this could be the start of a revolution.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it myself, Kate.
Absolutely,
So that's excellent. Thanks very much for that kind of overview of the Lintel Trust. And as I said, we're looking very, very much forward to working with you in the future.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, and we will definitely put you to good use.
Thanks, Kate.
That brings us to our Aico in the Community section, where we'll be talking to our community liaisons.
Hi, I'm Jane Pritchard, Community Liaison at Aico. I'm delighted to have Laura with me today. So Laura has recently joined our community team as a community liaison. So how are you getting on with it, Laura? Is it okay?
Hi, yes, I'm very excited, and I'm doing really well.
Yeah.
Hope.
Yeah, so this Thursday we've got the Marches Academy Trust Student Conference.
That's right.
And I know you've been helping sort of like organise that as one of like the first events that you've done. So what's that all about?
So we have 110 students coming in from 10 different schools, and they will be doing project about sustainability and mental health. We're just giving them our premises so they can get on with it, and then they will go back to the school to present what they came up with.
Oh, sounds very exciting. So yeah, there's quite a few of us sort of involved in it, and different colleagues supporting. So yeah, it should be a good day.
Yes.
I mean, I've found recently that with the schools going back, there's a lot of inquiries about sort of events at Aico. A lot of schools want to come to us for like educational visits, don't they? We've got Whittington Primary.
Longden Primary School, yes.
That's happening at the end of September.
So we have 3 days. They come in year 5s, 4, 5 and 6 students. They coming in.
Yeah. So it's going to be a busy week.
Yes.
I enjoy the school events. It'll be the first time you've actually
that would be
done
my
one.
very first year schools. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Excellent. Got some volunteering days coming up. So the Little Rascals Foundation in Shrewsbury. So they are there to support children with special educational needs and disabilities. We're there 2 days, aren't we?
We have 2 days volunteering days. We've got 3 volunteers each day to help and set up the sensory room for the kids. Yeah.
Excellent. So a busy month.
Very busy month this month, yes. And
You've settled in and you're enjoying it.
I'm settling, I'm enjoying it, I'm a good mentor to get me through. So yes, all good.
Excellent. Thank you.
We will now be joining our colleagues at Longden Primary School to see how they got on with Project SOS.
We were really pleased when we heard that Longden Primary School had applied for our Project SOS initiative. So that's 5 days of Aico colleagues volunteering their time to get stuck into a project and help make a difference. So it's day 1 and work's underway.
Hello everyone, Dan and I are tidying the playground today at Longden Primary School. Going to get this place looking awfully bonny for the kids returning in September.
Say hello to our little friend who is following us. What are you up to today, Claire?
I'm clearing all this garden here. She's got a lot of weeds and rubbish about the place, so it's looking much better than what it was.
I'm just having a snack.
Hello and welcome to day 4 of Project SOS, and today we'll be painting the fence.
We're getting Hulk. I'm She-Hulk and Rob is just the Hulk. We're getting green fingers all over. And knees. Yeah, having fun. Right, Rob?
That's it. So the idea is these railings have not seen any love since this school was built. So we've decided to strip it right back and start again.
Like new.
We've been at Longden School today, volunteering using one of our volunteering days. We've been painting, basically. Painting in the sunshine, painting benches, fences, all that sort of thing, getting ready for the school kids tomorrow to start their next year.
Right, okay, so today is the last day of project. We finished painting the fences, we painted all benches and swept the playgrounds for the kids, and it's nice and ready for tomorrow and for the rest of the year.
It's been an amazing week, a week and a day, where Aico volunteers have done all sorts of things, from gardening, sweeping up, painting, fixing goalposts, a whole host of different things that we just wouldn't have been able to do with our small staff team here at Longden. Now that Aico have been in and helped us get the school and the grounds to a manageable state, we're going to be asking parents and staff if they'd like to come in and run clubs and activities with the children so that we can maintain it and keeping it looking beautiful. I'd like to say a big thank you from all the children and staff and parents and the community at Longden to everyone at Aico, particularly to those people who came and helped us. You had great sense of humours, we had lots of fun. It was really lovely to see everybody chatting and getting to know you, and for you asking about us and our school community as well. So a great big thank you.
And that concludes Aico TV's episode 47. So if you'd like to leave a comment or have any feedback, please feel free to drop a comment in the box below. You can also find us on our channels Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for watching.